Monkey fists are some of the most used paracord knots. And if you've never made one for yourself, you might think it looks pretty difficult. We're going to break it down for you today so that you can make your very first monkey fist. We have two basic kinds of monkey fist jigs in our store. The first is one that has a stand like this, and you can adjust the size of the monkey fist by unscrewing each peg and putting it in a different hole. Then this one is a pocket monkey fist jig, so you can easily disassemble it and put it in your pocket to take with you wherever you want to go. This one's also nice in that you can just loosen it and slide it to your desired size. We're going to be using this one today because it stays nice and still on camera. We'll start by making a 2-pass monkey fist, which is the easiest one that you can do, and then we'll step up to a 4-pass monkey fist. If you don't yet have a monkey fist jig, take a look at the description to this video where we have a link to these and our other jigs. If you don't want to buy one, we also have a video on how to make a monkey fist without a jig. With that, let's get started on our 2-pass monkey fist. So to make a 2-pass monkey fist, you want to take about 2 feet of cord. We'll be working with this side here. And we'll begin wrapping it around the jig like this. We're starting at this bottom peg. So if you look at it from my view, we're starting at that bottom peg and wrapping it once fully around and then twice all the way around. We're stopping at that same bottom peg. And then we're going to be wrapping around this way. So we want to go over those bottom pegs, but underneath the top ones, and also back through the same way. So again, from my view, going right through the middle, wrapping around like this, and our next one will go right on top of that. So we'll complete our second wrap around on that axis and end at the same corner that we began that one at, which is this side here. And then I'm going to take this off of its base so you can see the top view. Our last axis is wrapping around this direction. So we want to go immediately through the monkey fist, right down through there, and come up on the other side. So pull all of your cord through and come up right here. So that's once around. Beginning our second, we'll do the same thing. And then since we started this wrap at this corner, you can see where we first dived down there, we want to end it at that same side, so right here. And then to anchor that in place, we just want to go all the way down through the knot one more time. So at this point we can take it off of the jig. And you don't need to be confused if you see 3 cords going through this direction right here. Because on each side, we just have 2 stripes. So 2 stripes here, and 2 stripes on this side, because this cord is the end of our knot. So now we want to tighten that down, but patience is key when tightening down monkey fists, because if you tighten one direction too fast, you're just going to get a jumbled mess. So we'll first just kind of take all the slack out of there. So starting at one end, I'll start at this end here. Just start tightening down your wraps going this direction. So we want to pull the slack out of them, feed it through, just follow your cord through your knot. Now we'll go to the next direction. We've got this big loop, so we'll take the slack out of that one too. And we're gradually making our knot tighter. Third axis, keep following the cord. Just tighten down each one comfortably. So now we still have just kind of a jumble, it's not all tightened down. We want to make sure that none of our cords are crossing over each other like that. So you just want to make sure they all lay nicely right alongside themselves. We'll do another pass of tightening, and it should start looking pretty good after that. Start on one end, and just follow that cord through. So if your monkey fist still isn't looking quite right, you can do a third round of tightening and get it to look more like this in the end. Nice and tight. So once you've got that concept down, we can do a little bit more of a traditional monkey fist that has a metal ball bearing in the middle. This is a 3/4 inch bearing, and so to cover this we need 4 passes on our monkey fist. This jig actually has a nice chart built right into it. So you can see a 3/4 inch core needs 4 passes and 2.5 feet of cord to cover. We'll start with a little bit more than that because that's the amount of cord that will be in the final knot. So you can set your ball bearing aside and get about 3 feet of cord, and we'll start the same way. We just have to make sure that we pay attention to overlapping cords on this one. So we'll start 2 wraps just like in our other monkey fist, but we want to do an additional 2 for this one. And end in that same corner again. And then, again, wrapping around counterclockwise here, over the bottom pegs, but underneath the top ones. I'll turn it a little bit so you can see what's going on. One, 2 wraps. So each time we come back to this corner here, that's another wrap. 3 and 4. So that's getting to be a little bit much for how we have our jig set up. They're kind of packed in there, so you'll just want to make sure that they aren't twisted up when you tighten the knot down. At this point, we can put our ball bearing in, or maybe even before you do all of these knots, because we will have to squish them down and fit it inside. You don't want to put it in too early, otherwise your ball bearing is just going to roll around and fall out. So once you have those cords all sorted, we'll begin our final axis. So we'll take it off of the base again. And once you finish that wrap, we're just going to be going directly down through the knot right here. Then pass it over to this right side. On bigger monkey fists, it actually helps to have a fid on the end of your cord so that you can poke it through on this step a little bit easier. Looks like we're going to have just enough cord to stick our last one down through. So again, on this last step, you want to count the amount of stripes across right here, and not the amount of cords that actually go through, because we've got 5 cords going through, which is 4 stripes on either side. So to tighten this down, we want to be even more careful than on the 2-pass, because we don't want these cords crossing all over each other. So be patient and take it slow. So at this point, we're looking pretty good, but you can see some places where the cords are starting to overlap as they pass through the knot. So we just want to be careful of those as we continue tightening down. So if you need to, poke around in there with a knotting tool or a fid and make sure those are all lying side by side instead of on top of each other. So again, after 2 times of tightening it down, it's looking pretty good, but the cords are still a little bit loose here. And so I think we can fix that with 1 more round of tightening. When you get into bigger monkey fists, it definitely helps to have some kind of tool to pick at these knots to pull all the slack out. So we'll do that once again and show you the end result. There we go. That's much better after tightening it down a little bit. As always, you've got 2 cords coming out of your monkey fist, and you can either choose to tie those together for a keychain or cut one off and flatten it against to be held on by the one strand. It's really up to you. So I hope those of you that have never made a monkey fist before were able to follow along and make one for yourself with this video. As always, we'll put links in the description to where you can buy all the supplies that we used. So that includes monkey fist jigs, the ball bearings, the cord itself, and tools like FIDs. We also have a blog article that covers a lot of this stuff and has a handy chart for calculating the amount of passes that you have to make for your different sizes of cores. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.